Okay, so 2 days ago I went live on stream and I did a stream on Golden Lap, this game that I termed as a downgrade of Formula 1 but an upgrade of Formula 1 Manager. Yeah, so it's a very simplified way of playing Formula 1 and it's a very sweet and enjoyable game. Simplified yet sweet as F. So I mean, this game literally I've just been mulling over it. Just I continue with the save game I played in that Formula 1, the first one that we did, the one that we did live on stream. But now today I've come back to start a whole new one. I told you guys that if you leave 10 likes we will turn this into a series, and you guys just did that. You delivered. And now what I want to do is we want to begin a new career, a new series. It's going to be not a very long one. I don't plan on doing it for very long because I think if I start doing this I will be dropping 2 videos on the channel per day. At midday I will be dropping FIFA Manager 2025, and then in the evenings or towards the late nights I will be dropping an episode on Golden Lap. So what I want us to do is to start a whole new series, build something brand, take a team from ruins to become better. And we, as I said, if you guys give me the 10 likes we will start a career with that pop team, which I believe is the 1970s Williams car. So I want us to begin with that one, bring Williams to glory during that particular period. So we had already gone through the game. If you haven't watched how we did things, how we particularly went through the game and everything, we're not going to redo the whole game walkthrough. The game is as simplified as it can be, so you can just understand from a few of the buttons that we will be clicking. So we already did the part of the game in the first one, in the first stream, so we are not going to entice ourselves much with that one. But what we are particularly going to do now is just to begin the series and chase for a championship with the team that we will be managing. So we're going to come to career. As you can see, I've already deleted the other save file because I want to start a whole brand new one, but I went in like 5 races before with that and we started again. So team name, we are going to do it's known as the pop, the name for my career, the team name is just pop, but the name for my career is, I'm just going to put something random that I believe is what I want to call my career name, and then just create it. It's my racing. So here we have the Fezzolini or Ferrari, and then we have Labran, whom I believe are Williams, Chapman, whom I kind of come to believe are Brown GP, Wayland, we have Hemlock, we have Pop, we have Bancroft, we have Vania, we have April, and we have Knight. So my particular decision was to start with Pop. I would have started with Knight and just did a very long series on a road to glory as we try to bring Knight back all the way to the top and hire better people. But just this Pop team has judged me a little bit. Between these two, I felt like this one is one that feels to me more of like a Williams vehicle. So I want to do this career mode, the Pop one, and then we just see how things are. So starting from a mid-table team feels like a lot better, or a better bet than starting from a team at the bottom of the table. So I just want to do a Pop career save. It's not going to be that long of a save because at the same time I'm concentrating on a FIFA Manager 2025 and we are doing a road to glory already on that one. So this one is particularly just if I think a maximum of 3 to 4 seasons and the team will be at where we want it to be. With Knight though, or April, the legs that are down here, I think that for us to be able to reach there we'll have to go in a couple of seasons. So Pop, predicted position 6th. Bill Pop has been at the helm of Bill Pop Fast Cars Racing Team for years before graduating to racing Grand Prix as simply Pop, bringing heaps of experience as scrap reserve to the sport. The team will go on to become one of Britain's most popular teams, specializing in strategy and component constructions on a budget. So practically I believe that one is the Williams vehicle for us. Bancroft, they're Australia's Rick Bancroft, brings Sterling behind the wheel technical knowledge, blah blah blah. I don't know which team they are, but as you can see, the legs of April predicted position 9th, Knight predicted position is 10th. So we are going with Pop. Hemlock are also another one founded in Britain. All of these are just British teams, all of them except Ferrari and Venia and Knight, and Ferrari and Venia and Knight. So Pop, it is a Pop career mode we are beginning. So we begin with that one, but now the first thing, as you can see, the first thing that we did was to assemble the team. This time around we are assembling a whole different team. We know we have a budget of $55 on it, so we have to select some people to use. To make the car itself, it has already taken $14, so we have to spend a cost cap just within that budget. So if I have 55, if I use 25, I won't have enough to hire engineers, I won't have enough to hire drivers, so I'll have to lower my budget a little bit and then go for drivers that are at least mid-level. And as I can see, speed and focus, I like the way Luana Lovera's mid-career seems. He is personable, this driver is appreciable to be around, and then he has the trait of this driver works best when they do it for their country. They gain a +1 focus when racing on a track in their country of origin. So the likes of the streets of Monza and Imola, Luana Lovera will perform really well, and those are traits that are actually good. And then business minded, George Breman, this driver is a great mind for business. Their team qualifies for the next highest sponsor tier, does not stack. Okay, so I think Luana Lovera is the one who has judged me at a fair price of $17. He is, as you can see, his speed and his focus are all good 5 stars, so I think it's well balanced for now. So I think I'm going to select Luana Lovera as my starting driver. I have to keep it below the cost cap, and then my substitute driver, I'll have to downgrade a lot. If I were to select like Antonio Villalba, I will have only $10 more to spend, and I have engineers to hire, so I'm not going to go for Villalba. I think I'm going to go for an $11 or $10 driver, someone who is in his mid careers, not early careers. So let's say I were to go for Rodney Campbell, who has 3 speed and 2 focus. He looks great. He actually looks good. He has the personalities of efficient driver, knows how to make the best out of their fuel, and the personality of reckless. The driver enjoys the adrenaline a bit too much. They are more likely to crash. Well, what is an F1 team without such a driver? But it's just the cost cap that I have. I wouldn't have wanted to find one of these drivers who does it. The only problem is that when I go lower, these lower drivers, they all have one bad trait and one good trait. As you can see, Antonio Villalba, the driver does not take competition well. That is, they are jealous. They are a receiver -1 to all starts, and then they're unshakable, gives their best when things are looking dire. So yeah, as you can see, they all have a negative and positive trait towards the lower grades, but I think we are going to select one good one. Okay, so after looking out a lot, I have decided to go with Mario Acosta because number one, there are a few things. As you can see, Mario Acosta he is patriotic, he is unshakable, and he is inefficient, meaning he consumes fuel 5 times faster. I'd rather go with someone who consumes fuel 5 times faster, has 3 focus, 2 speed, than someone who is most likely to crash the car, because crashing the car will really affect us as drivers. So those are my 2 drivers selected, and I think I have quite the cash to use for the rest of the stuff. So we can pick an engineer and we can pick a crew chief. So for us to choose an engineer, we should know that we have only, is that $14 to use. Okay, so we have $14 to use to pick an engineer, number one. So we have the expertise and we have the precision. They also have their traits, like as you can see, this engineer knows how to get the best deals, building new parts cost 10% less, and avant-garde. This engineer is in their space when experimenting with the new ideas. That is Andre Picard. So I should remember that we have $14 to use, so I should not spend all of it right here. Let's say I were to use 7 here and on the other side. Yeah, I think I will spend 7 here and 6 on the other side. So a $7 driver, a $7 engineer, we have only Andre Picard and Callum McIntyre. So Andre Picard has the trait of being a broker and avant-garde, then aerodynamicist. Callum McIntyre, this engineer knows in the racing physics is your greatest ally. Chassis parts built or tuned by the engineer get the following bonus: +20 bonus on chassis performance, +1 on chassis tuning. And the design master, these engineers master the craft of every aspect of a racing car. All parts built with them gain 20 performance ahead of the final result. This one looks really intimidating. This one's precision is 1 star higher, and this one's expertise is 1 star higher. So I'm definitely going to go with Callum McIntyre. What is a British team without British stuff? Isn't it? I have an Italian driver, I have an Argentine driver. I need to have some British guys. So I have a Callum McIntyre, a British engineer, and also a crew chief. I still have $7 left. I didn't calculate that one well. I still have $7 left, and I can select a cruise ship for the $7 or less, so that I can have a starting budget to start with. So my cruise ship, the category that I can pick from is particularly here. I can also go for a $5 or a $4 one if I want. So they have speed and they have skill. So the cruise ship Estevao Canto has party animal. This team member loves to party before a big day. They're more likely to get the party too hard treat before a qualifier or a race. Then know that won't be helpful. Risk taker enjoys taking risks. The pitstop have their base time lowered by 20%, but they're 50% more likely to fail at the pit stops. Fuel strategies. And then this cruise ship knows how to tackle a race in wet environments. The team drivers gain 10% more speed and drive boats on a wet track. And then the cruise ship isn't the best at supervising the quality of their car parts. So car parts have the minimum reliability before mechanical failure can happen increased by 10%. As Visconti, this cruise ship isn't the best at supervising the quality of their car parts. The car parts have the minimum reliability before mechanical failure can happen increased by 10. And wet strategist, that is nice. So I think S Visconti is the one for us. Sloppy, the cruise ship isn't the best at supervising the quality of their car parts. The car parts have minimum reliability happen in case increased by 10%, and both of them are sloppy, so I have to like choose one. I'm going to go with S. I just want to remain with something in the bank account. I don't want to like eat it all up. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with S, remain with something in the bank account, and then go on with the cars, the way the car is. So after selecting all of them have been distributed into performance and reliability. For the car too, you can select either between a conservative vehicle, your price drops, you can go with the balanced vehicle that we were using, or an experimental vehicle that will spend everything that we have. So I'm going to go balanced. I just want to have that $2 to start with. And yeah, that is the Pop F1 team, or the Williams Formula 1 team roster. That is how we look. That is who we are, and that is our driver screen. So let us continue. We are going into preseason. The other teams are also selecting their drivers, and it's like that. It was like a draft. The teams according to your position, you get the chance to pick the drivers you have. So for a sponsor, I select a sponsor with a race target. So I have to know well which sponsors I am going for. So first of all, I have 6 cans. 6 cans have a race income of $2, race bonus of $6 when I finish 3rd or above, and a season bonus of $10 to $12 when I finish 2nd or above. We also know that is a bit ambitious. Race income of $3 from SEC, race bonus of $4 if I finish 6th or above, and then season bonus of $8 to $12 if I finish 3rd or above. Then we have Nimcadel, race income of $4, race bonus of $2 when I finish 10th or above, and season bonus of $6 to $12 when I finish 5th or above. So Nimcadel seems the one that is really favoring us, so I'm going to go with the Nimcadel to begin. And now our car is being constructed, and now everything else is ready to begin. What a lovely little screen. Everything is very simple to deal with. I'm just going to show you in a moment if you didn't watch the stream. Everything is very simple to deal with. Okay, so the screen is as simple as it looks. As you can see here we have a calendar. As you can see, this is just the calendar, and you can see we are starting in Silverstone in Britain. Then we will have the race in Monza. Then we'll have the race in Imola, back to back. Yeah, this is quite funny, back to back Italian races. Then we will have the race in Argentina. We will have the race come back to England in the Francis Hollow ground. Then we will go to Sao Paulo and Orlando. Then we will go to Monaco. We'll go to Hopkins Boot, that is Texas. Then we will go to Isivinini in South Africa, and Nordsee, that is Zandvoort in Dutch Republic. So that's just the calendar. 15, I don't know if it is a 15 races. How many races are these? 10 races, 10 race season. It's just a 10 race season, so that is what you're going to. Then here we have the team members, all the drivers and everyone else are the team members that we have. Very simplified. Then here we have the standings. This is the team stand, this is the driver standings, and then we have the team standings on the other side. Just very simple to look at. Then we have the car, the performance and reliability. If I go to garage, upgrades are done through here. If you have the cash to just upgrades, is very easy. And then when vehicle part or an engine is destroyed, or it crash, or a crash happens and the car part gets destroyed, you just come to this point and build a new one. But the one you build will have the upgrades that you already did on this side. So you purchase the upgrade once. When you build a new engine after the driver crashes or the engine is destroyed, you will have the same parts that you upgraded on this side. So as simple as it looks, it is definitely that simple. So what we are just going to do is to click continue, and we go to our first a home race for the team in the first race of the season. So it is qualifying in Silverstone. As you can see, it is currently duration for qualifying is 44 minutes. We have the tires, slicks, intermediates, and wets. We have the forecast. It's going to be rainy all throughout. So water accumulates on the track and washes rubber away at an extreme rate. It is torrential, so it is wet, not intermediate. The current weather is wet with that one. That's just what I came to notice and see. So when it is torrential, it means it is pouring. It is really pouring a lot. So it is wet and it is not intermediate. So that's what we do first. We prepare for qualifying, our first race of the season. I plan on doing 2 races per episode, but for this episode, I believe because of the length of the introduction I have done, I am going to do only 1 race, so that from next episode we will be doing 2 races per episode, and then practically just seeing where the race is going to be. So first of all, we deal with qualifying, and then we go to race. There is no practice in this one. Practice seems like a lot of things for someone to understand, someone who has little Formula 1 knowledge. So let us get into qualifying. Okay, so we are being told Piet van Doorn, crew chief of Team Chapman, feels invigorated and receives a +1 bonus to their abilities for the current session. So this is the water level. Currently, we have the water level is going to increase and increase and increase the more we get into the race. So if I were to use my common sense, I would get the drivers out in this first session, because as time goes by, as you can see the highlighted time and the current time, the water level is really going to be increasing a lot. Yeah, that's what is happening. So it's better I get them out on the wet tires just right now. As you can see, when I come to the wet tires, we have the durability, the weight range, then we have the laps, then we have the performance, and we also, when I come to intermediates though, it tells me when the weight range is a little bit lower. I kind of still don't understand the weight range stuff, but we'll learn with time. So I'm going to get them out on wets. Everyone is on wets. Then I think I can only tune the car once they have gone out for a lap. Yeah, they have to go out for a lap is when I tune the car. So I'm going to confirm that, and then tune the second vehicle too to go out on wet, and then confirm that. So I'm going to click OK, let them change into their wet tires, just as quick as that. And then just as the time is starting to tickle, send out Lovera, give it a little bit of time, just a little bit of time, and then send out Acosta. Everyone is going to go out. I mean, everyone. They all know that the track is fastest right now. So Oliveira, I'm happy that he's the first on track. He's going to have the cleanest track to go through, and we see how it's going to be. So the first lap of qualifying is going to go down. It's like a one-shot qualifying. So all the qualifying is just done once. They come back into the garage, and then we fine-tune the car again for them to go out all around again. So Oliveira is coming to the line to start his lap, and we can just see the sector times up here, and the fastest lap also as time goes by. So let us just focus on Lovera a little bit and see how fast he's going to do this lap time compared to the rest. So we can see the sectors, and then the last lap and the fastest lap, how they look like. So this one is going to be a purple. It's definitely going to turn green sooner rather than later. Yes, the Ferraris and McLarens are very tough. They're very fast. They do it. So that second purple also turns into another purple for Mark. Wow, this vehicle is fast. And Acosta is also doing the greens. So this is this is the car that is going to take a provisional pole for now, and then we see the rest. So I've done a 206.8. The Ferraris have done 205.5, and Acosta 210. Are you for real? Wow, that is actually poor. The problem is that the vehicle, the lap times are going, the water is really increasing on the track, so the lap times are going to be slower. Acosta's time was really bad. Pushes him all the way down to 14th. Lovera was good, his lap time was good, he is 4th, I love that, but Acosta's time has pushed him all the way down to 14. Let them come back into the pit, and let us just pause this a little bit and fine tune. We see if we can go out again before the lap gets rampant. So we are going to tune a little bit. Let me give this a little bit to the chassis, and then 2 points to the engine. Let me add another point for the engine, a little points for the steering, and then the final points I give to the chassis, and then we see how they go. I give him the wet tires. I think I'm tuning this car first. I give Lovera's wet tires, and then yeah, let us give him the wet tires and then confirm, and then let us tune the next car, Acosta's vehicle. Why is it not allowing you to tune Acosta's car? Oh, he's not yet in the pit. Nice, now he's in. So tune Acosta's car. Let me give the chassis that much, and then let us just refocus on Acosta. So Acosta is our main focus right now because I want him to get that lap in. So let us send out Acosta and then see what he is going to do. I believe he has a very clean track, no one ahead of him. I have only 2 vehicles out on track and they all have very clean air, so no one is going to be ahead of them, no one is going to affect their laps, and they are going to really perform quite well. So first lap for Lovera, if we I would just want to see the sector times, if they're going to be greens, and then see how they're actually going to perform. So let us focus on Acosta. I believe he's the vehicle that we want to get out of the bottom part of this zone. If it had like Q1, Q2, and Q3, I could have been happy. So Lovera says he can't focus. Looks like this is going to be a bad lap. Pit, Lovera pit. Yeah, pit. No need for that. So let Acosta go again. Acosta is going out for this one, so let us save a little bit of tires with Lovera because he feels his lap is going to be a bad one. So Acosta has done a yellow first sector. The white is the yellow's middle sector, and a yellow. No one is improving. The water on the track is quite too much. No one is actually improving. And now, why do we have to have these problems? Luana Lovera's crashed as DNF'd during qualifying. I was fine-tuning the vehicles because I want them to like get the best out of the car when it comes to race pace, and Lovera just crashes. Yeah, that was unexpected. But he is 4th. There's no vehicle that is going to improve. I was just tuning the vehicles to get the best out of them, but Lovera has crashed during qualified. Yes, DNF just on a straight line. Like, how do you DNF on a straight line? Okay, so qualifying complete. We are going to start in 4th and 14th, a 10 place difference. Though one of Lovera crashed during qualifying, which is not good. It was just 9/10 of first place. That is actually something great. But Mario Acosta's first lap was impeded, and that was the only good lap he could make that brought him down to 14th. So we have a lot to do with Mario Acosta. Luana Lovera, though, is in good position to get points for us. So next up, we have the race. The race, it's saying that it's going to be torrential during the first 2 portions, and then it's going to be rainy, and that one is when things are going to get intermediate. So we have to plan for all of that and see how everything else is going to be smooth. So that is the grid lineup. We're starting in 4th and 14th. That is a very massive difference. You can see it's a Ferrari 1.5, a McLaren 2.3, a Chapman 6.7. It's not going to be easy. A Shob 8.9. I mean, every car has its counterpart just beside it because that is the performance of the vehicle at the beginning of the season. But Mario Acosta's lap was too bad because I sent him out at the wrong time and he was impeded by a lot of traffic. So traffic is something in this game. That's something I love to see. So race time, everyone is going to start on the wets. That's something we know, that the tire we have because of the water levels on the track. As you can see, the water levels are starting to, when they are quite low, and then they just increase and increase into the race. I don't know what the prediction is, but according to this up here, the water level should be decreasing as from this portion as the lap goes on, but we will see what we do. So the wets and then the striding strategies, we're just going to push on those tires at the beginning. We are just going to push on them, and then we see. So the wets is just the beginning, and 5 red lights and the race begins. Red lights out, and now the race begins. Everyone is okay. Things are okay. Lovera's dropped to 5th. Acosta's dropped to 15th, then climbed back up to 13th. First race manenos are just okay. So Lovera stuck in behind number 4 Ryan in that McLaren. That McLaren I feel is just a bit too fast, but he can actually still catch up. He's still with him. We are pushing on the first lap as there is a lead swap at the lead. Mark and Woods. Mark was first, wasn't it? So the swap is just between Lovera and Ryan. So Ryan moves into fourth. Lovera drops down to fifth. So that one is first lap done. I'm going to push for just a few more laps and then see how we be. So crash chance is a bit high. So this is a chance for crashing if we don't lower these things down. Why is it that high? So let us lower down the aggressiveness. I think I will want to go long on these wet tires. I will want to go with on these tires up to the intermediate. Acosta is up to 11th. I didn't even notice that. That's something good. He has done great to reach there. Overtaken both Campbell and Shob, getting himself up to 11th. But now Loop is somehow down the line in front of him. So Lovera says he can't focus. Looks like this is not going to be a good lap, and Lovera is down to 5th. Acosta has dropped to 12th. So he has been overtaken again. Let us maintain, let's contain it. There's going to be it's a wet race, so there are going to be crashes, quite a lot of crashes. Let us see how the other drivers are doing their strategies. They're pushing a little bit and just containing it. So push that tire, Costa. I want you to keep that. I want you to get that position back. Push. He has dropped to 13th again, overtaken by Shaw, but that is not ideal. Let us push him a little bit again. Just we're fine tuning to make sure he doesn't crash. As you can see, the risk of crashing is increasing as we go on. So I think it is lap 3 of the many that we are doing, and he's not going to overtake him right now. Let us play the long game. Everyone just calm it down. Lovera has done 206 is his fastest lap. 202 from Woods. Wow, we are far off the fastest pace from the vehicles. And there is a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. DNF was DNF's Campbell. I knew it. Vehicles were going to crash in this race. This wet race was going to be quite funny. We were going to crash the vehicle. Everyone, yeah, I think they're all on maintaining their strategies. Everyone is keeping their fuels in check, and now the yellow flags need to end. When do they end? Let us just increase that up to then. Okay, yellow flags, green flags are out. We can resume racing, and as I can see from this tab now, Lovera has dropped down to 7th. Wow, let's push that on a little bit. Acosta is also not overtaking anyone, and I need to maintain this crash meter to be quite low. I don't want him to have the option to crash too much. It is going a bit too high. Let us return things back to normal. Let us accelerate the driving of this guy a little bit. Acosta is up to 9th. Wow. Oh, there were pit stops. Vehicles have pitted quite early. What of the weather? It's still wet, so they pit for different new sets of wets. Let us reduce the crash obedience of this guy. It is still wet. Why did the vehicles pit so early? It's just I'm playing. What I'm doing is just fine tuning this and increasing it a little bit to see when it gets to the red. I just go back and we gain some positions. We push a little bit, then we come back and gain some positions. So that's the game I'm playing with this wet weather. That's as simple as this game is. As simple as you just have to do it, and everything else is going to be okay. So Lovera is 7th, Acosta is 9th, but Lovera's dropped off a cliff. Really dropped off a cliff. So let us maintain that just a little bit. I want us to go a little bit longer than the others. Yes, the sun is coming out. The track is going to dry, or is it? So the water level is still increasing. It's not going to dry just yet. Not just yet. I think we still need to go. When we pit, we go down. We go on to wets. And the green flags are out. I have pitted Lovera just a tiny little bit later than expected, and it comes just right out behind Loop in 8th. But Acosta has made up some positions. He's up to 10th. Shob is having... Oh, Shob has a mechanical fault. He dropped into the pits, but he had a mechanical fault because of that. But both Lovera and Acosta are okay. Acosta is saving the fuel just a little bit too much for my liking. So let us go on. How is the weather going to ramp up? It's going to be wet until the end of the race. The whole race is going to be wet. Wow. Okay, so let us just increase this a little bit. Let us push a little bit on the new tires. I just fine tune it using this meter here, and we see what happens. The only problem is that I can't see like the... Oh no, shit. First race. Talking about vehicles crashing, I was driving. The risk for crashing was as low as I would have wanted it to be. Come on, just pause that a little bit. Acosta's DNF'd, so we only have one car on track to get our first points of the season. That's a shame. That's actually a really, really big shame for us. So Acosta's DNF'd, unfortunately, into this lap. I think it was lap. Which lap is this supposed to be? Like lap 26? Yeah, lap 26. How many races the lap? 44 laps. We're on lap 28 of 44. Acosta is out. That's not what we wanted. Okay, calm things down. We continue with Lovera and see how everything is going to be. Currently, we are now 8th with Lovera, so we have only one driver to manage. I want to try my best to get him as many points as possible. He's only 4 seconds behind Loop, but Loop is 48 seconds behind Maldonado. Ryan has a problem. Ryan has a problem with the car. So Lovera, because we're the only car we are driving and dealing with, let us see how we are going to do. So push on the tires a little bit, push on the engine just a little bit. We are going to change to tune that once everything is okay. He is there. Loop is just right there. Don't you crash the lap. The track is still wet. It has not softened yet. We may see it as if it is rampant. He has overtaken Ryan was in the pits. I didn't even see that. Yeah, he has taken back 7th place. So Loop is still in touching distance, 4 seconds out. Push. I think we can pit again, right? Push. Let us catch up to him. Overtake the back markers. He has done well to overtake those back markers, and now we are gunning down for Loop. Let us slow things down. I don't want us to crash right now. We're already out with one car. 10 laps to go in the race. Loop has created a gap of 8 seconds between us and him. I think that guy is really pushing hard. So let us just try to narrow that down a little bit, but let us not overdo it. The last lap for Lovera was a 2:19.9, and you once did a 2:06.4. You did a 2:12.2. Nice. Ryan and Loop, there some guys have pitted, so they have pitted for new sets of wet tires just to push it to the end, and that is what we are going to do. So push on this lap. Let us go down low on the fuel, and then let us pit for one final set of wets to complete the race on. Or can we complete the race on this one? No, I don't think so. It's going to be quite late for us. So just come in right now. Let's make that pitcock a little bit quick, and he has overtaken us. Now we push on those tires. We push like crazy on those tires. Let us go. We are just down to 8th. It's not bad. Loop is the one who has overtaken us. We have been overtaken by the first vehicle already, so it is going to be like yeah, we are now 11 seconds behind Loop. The last 5 laps of the race. Let us do this. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let us load down the engine mode. We need the fuel to finish, but on the tires, just push it. Just push on the tires, and don't you dare crash. Push it on the tires. 13 seconds behind Loop. I think the highest we could have done was 8th in this race. Yeah, we qualified 4th, but we didn't have the race pace. That's what I'm saying. As we are going down to our last 3 laps, we qualified well. His last lap was a 2:47.05. The water on the track is quite rampant, is quite a lot. We qualified well, but we just couldn't get it. We could have gotten double points at this point because Acosta was in the zone, but unfortunately he crashed with just the other category of vehicles that crashed. It's quite bad. It's not what we wanted, but also you never know. Our first race of the season, we have a DNF, and that one is from Acosta. Not really great. So coming on to the last 2 laps of the race, including this one that Bremen is just about to start. Lovera is just about to start. 9 seconds now behind Loop. I don't think we'll be able to close down that within 2 laps. So we are going to have to see this race out like this. So Bremen is coming back to overtake first. He has decided that he is not finishing right behind him, but I think he's just going to do that. Is that supposed to be his final race lap? I think it was supposed to be, but it's just okay. So let us go back to the medium. We might not have the fuel to finish the lap if I don't do that well. So we are on another lap 44 because Wood is right ahead of us. So we can't do anything about that one. So just go, but we're going to maintain a top 10 finish. And yes, that's that. We have done it. We have finished the race. We have finished in 8th position. That's so unfortunate. We could have done better. 17th for Acosta, who has crashed our first race of the season. One lap down from the vehicle in front of us. That we finished like 9 seconds behind the vehicle ahead of us in Tristan Loop, but we just couldn't do anything. 8th position, I guess that is 4 points for us. And Paul Woods won the race. Fezzolini, the Levi Marsh, and Luigi Moretti in the Ferraris was second and third. We are 5th on 4 points. That is at least good. We are just behind Wayland. If we had finished with, we could have been in 4th above Wayland. But Shopman, Pozzolini, and Labran are just out of our reach right now. That is where we are heading to. So we got a race income of $4 and we got a race bonus of $6. So those ones I think I'm going to like Pop. We are currently 5th and Lovera is 8th on that. So we have sponsor challenges available. We saw this in the stream that we did. So Sek is asking us, giving us a bonus of $2 in 2 races, time limit 2 races, repair all the car parts in a single pit stop. I can't do that, that's going to waste time. And petrol $2, 2 races, finish the race with less than half a lap of fuel left. I think I can try that. The way the vehicles chug the fuel is quite a lot. Next race is going to be Italy, Monza. Just the Monza track, the way it looks beautiful, because I believe this is just, yeah, that just has to be Monza. It looks really great the way it is. This is into turn 1, but it has been deflected going out on the other side, and these ones have to be both the Lesmos, and then when you come down here, the track looks great. So next up we are going to go to Monza, but for this episode we are done with that. I would love to upgrade a little bit of the car parts with the money we have. We have $8, so we are going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade 2 car parts and then remain with the $2 in the bank, because that way it's good to have something in your bank account. So for car number 1, I am going to upgrade, I think, the chassis. Or should I just do chassis upgrade on both? So I've upgraded a little bit of the chassis on car number 1, and then for car number 2 I am going to upgrade the engine. So I'll be shifting it. I'll be shifting upgrade here, upgrade there, as you can see. So car number 1 is better in 2145 the average, and 2046 2145 average for car number 2. So there is a big difference between cars number 1 and number 2. Okay guys, that was that for first race of the season. Thank you so much guys for watching. You have been a part of this, and I hope you guys will like more and ask for more of the series. I am determined to turn this into a really good series. So you have done us great. I think you guys are going to love and enjoy what we are currently doing. Yes, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next episode. We will be racing in both the Italian races. Next time it is just an outing in Italy, one in Monza and one, I believe this is supposed to be Imola, but the track looks a little bit funny and a little bit too long. So that's going to be Imola, and then those are the races that we have. So it is an outing in Italy next time out. Thanks so much. If you have enjoyed, click subscribe to get notified when the next episode drops, and hit the like button if you find this one was a really good video for you. Thanks so much, and hope to see you in the next episode. Peace.